We weren't supposed to.
I was being serious. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Comic books,
right?
DC's are better. Movies, Marvel's are better.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll
give you that.
I'm saying both. I wasn't picking sides.
No,
this is a good leeway into John Talks Comics. But I got to tell you, dude, the only DC comics on my pool list are Superman and Action Comics because I have a lot of respect for Superman because he's the first ever superhero. He's also the greatest ever.
I wasn't trying to...
Gosh, out of all the titles I read, not one's Batman. There are a lot of Spider-Man. They're all Marvel, though, aside from the two.
I will say this, that Marvel, the movies, they were smart because you know what they got? To write all their scripts and to put their storyline together of all their movies? Comic book writers.
Weird.
They bottom up and said, hey, you know what? You guys are good at writing stories. How about you guys write stories? You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. So like the content is still comic based, but people don't read comics and they don't read comics anymore.
Yeah, really, realistically. I think the comic book age is still booming, but only because I'm so directly involved with it every single week. But realistically, you've got to think the numbers of people that are only watching the movie versus reading the books, they're exponentially higher. I mean, that's just...
I can tell you, anytime I get on a plane, I always find one of those bookstores in the movie theater, in the airport, and I make sure I go and buy a comic that I haven't read before.
Hey, why wouldn't movie theaters sell more comic books?
They should.
You know what,
They should have a bookstore.
That sounds like something a man does. Like I'll just go in and I just
travel, but
when I'm world traveling,
world famous.
I walk in bookstores they're the most expensive place ever. What it was a little
highfalutin.
That's the only purchase I made aside from food at an airport.
It sounded more like a glow.
And a book. So you know,
what was that?
That's the only thing I've ever bought from an airport is alcohol and a book.
Well, it's an airport. This is the only. Think about a more depressing place than an airport?
Home.
A Subway.
Subway's like a restaurant Subway, because I've been in some sad. Most of the time it's me eating a sub.
I've never been.
It's just me like.
I've never been in a Subway, so I thought my answer was kind of funny. But whatever. No, just glide over it like it wasn't even there.
You know what? I'm kind of liking John and Kyle talk stuff.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No, eat that Starburst.
It's pink.
Tart and ass.
So no, but let's focus on Kyle for a minute though, because you might not know who Kyle is, just as much as you might not know who the hell we are, right? But we thought Kyle was worth having on the show because
thank you.
He's a fantastic human being, first of all, first and foremost. It's subjective, but I'm just giving you my opinion. Superman's better, my opinion. Marvel Comics are better, my opinion. But he's also a fantastic coach. He's a good mentor for young kids. Fantastic coach, fantastic athlete. So what was the first sport you were ever involved in?
Oh, geez. First sport I was ever involved in was like my first true love. It was baseball.
Okay.
From the time that I can remember, it was baseball. One, it was cheap. I was raised by a single mother who's worked 3 jobs.
Heard that.
We had no money. You could get a stick and a rock, baseball. Anyways, I was actually really good, toot my own horn a little bit. Had a college scholarship offer as a sophomore.
Whoa.
Until I blew money out. But
okay.
So baseball's where my heart was.
Are you just like repeating every baseball movie that's out there?
Right, you would think. But it's so true.
There was a dog and a junkyard.
You would think.
Single mother. I blew out my knee in the.
So did you blow out your knee playing baseball
game.
though?
I did,
or
the first time I did.
Sliding?
No, I actually off the bat hit a ball in the left center field gap, and I knew it. I said, I'm gonna hit a triple. I'm going to third. As I round second base, let me build it real quick. Rounding second base. Boom. My cleat stays in the bag.
Die hard.
My foot goes this way. My knee goes this way.
Yikes.
They're not supposed to do that.
Here's the fun part.
Did you make it home?
I crawled back to second base, was safe, got up, popped my knee back in, finished the tournament. There were 4 more games. Just saying.
So you just kind of took my joke and shoved it back in my face.
I did, yeah. Right up your butt.
Okay, no. I felt it.
Because it was real.
Because it was real.
Because he was real.
Wait, hey, we said no anal.
You got enough with the anal.
But hey, the way you're talking, you're gonna get laid off this show, bro. You haven't said anything. When I'm in international airports, I go and buy books.
Do people like guys that travel or athletic?
I've been
mentors to children. Fairly decent guys, have a good income, have health insurance, have their life together. Do girls like that?
I really, really regret opening up my mouth and like pimping you out.
Do girls like that?
No.
How much did he pay you, dude?
Well, okay,
how much did he pay you?
Let me answer that question with a question. Are you taken?
I'm single. Once again, call me.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were talking to your beautiful fiance that you have at home. Did you call me? Cause
No, if you're out there,
Okay.
beautiful, future fiance.
He's taking applications.
What age group?
Above 22 preferably, because you gotta have grown up a little bit. I'm old, I'm 27.
Camera woman T. Okay.
My name's John. This is John, and today we're gonna
know.
talk via dating.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Match game
Okay,
with
this is
Kyle.
this is not called Let's Hook Up Kyle. Okay,
Why
it's
not?
John and John talk
I like-
stuff.
nope, I like Let's Hook Up Kyle.
It's
All
not John
right.
and John talk about Kyle hooking up with chicks.
So,
I don't like that. That's not how it should.
no,
be.
That doesn't happen.
It's cool.
so
It's cool. We'll kind of
that'd be
keep
very
this
short-sighted.
moving.
That's someone who
I'll
says
set you
it
up a
makes it
grinder
happen.
here later on. But,
There you go. I like it. Boom.
So, thank you.
Okay,
But after that happened, so obviously you were out of baseball, right?
Yes.
Now, were you out of baseball for a summer, a season? Did you go back to it?
Okay, the timing of the knee injury, like I said, it was the summer after my sophomore year. It was a summer tournament.
Okay.
So that happens. I blow my knee out, and that was back when an ACO was still kind of sketchy. So I was out for a full 12 months.
Wow.
So to come back, it would have been the summer before my senior year. And then some at-home things changed in my life. My parents got separated. I had my emotional crisis that we all go through.
Right.
And I kind of just lost, which is not my biggest regret, but something I look back on like, damn, you should have done better at that.
Yeah,
I kind of
high
lost my
school.
passion for baseball.
Yeah, it was high school.
And I never really went back to it.
Right.
Fuck, I want to date him. I mean,
We found him, and it's settled.
yeah,
You want to make out?
maybe.
So then, where did
Just
the
over here.
cheerleading come in then?
So, because the girlfriend that I was dating at the time, no longer dating her, single ladies, call me,
Single.
This guy.
talked me into
Hey, where's
actually
that Gatorade?
showing
at?
up to
We're all
cheerleading.
thirsty.
I mean, a little bit.
And she broke his heart.
No, she talked me into going to cheerleading, and I was
school.
like,
Hey.
oh, cheerleading, like, why? And the first time this is gonna sound a little weird, but it's gonna work out. The first time I grabbed the girl by her waist, threw up, and I caught her feet, and I was like, I'm holding a human being with my bare hands. This is awesome. I became hooked. And then it's the best workout you'll ever have. You can't lift weights like you can do in cheerleading. So physically, I blossomed with cheerleading. And then, first college recruit I never met, gave me a full ride scholarship to keep cheerleading. So
Well,
Wow.
and I don't think people realize that the athleticism it takes to be a cheerleader.
well, the stat that blows my mind with cheerleading, because obviously I still am involved in the cheerleading world. I coach competitive cheerleading now. The number one, and it's not even close, the number one sport with injuries for all age groups from 6 to 18 is cheerleading.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no pads. You're throwing humans on top of humans. You've got human beings flipping. You've got joints going in opposite directions.
Right.
I have never personally ever had more injuries than when I was cheering. I've never seen any more than when I was coaching.
Wow.
I've seen elbows go the opposite way. I've seen knees go the other way. Concussions, girls get knocked out cold.
So I imagine that you were a base then, since you're a man and you were in cheerleading.
Please tell me you were the top of the pyramid. That.
Well, no, a base would automatically mean
I'd
the
be
bottom.
holding
So,
up the pyramid.
like a base
But
is a
I would like to
foundation
see you
of-
at the top of the pyramid.
I'm a
like I
little
feel. Oh,
We didn't claim both
This is-
Johns.
like 80 pound girls, and I was like, I have to be at the top.
Like, I can fly.
So my extent of cheerleading was just being a male cheerleader for an assembly my senior year of high school.
Assembly.
So that was a good time.
Like a
But-
pep rally?
Yeah, it was exactly it. Yeah,
you
yeah, it was
have
a
the
pep
big-
rally.
did you
yeah.
have the big-
Yeah, in the Midwest we call them assemblies. Oh. But
Mostly they're about.
so
deer.
how did your knee affect you in cheerleading?
It limited me in terms of tumbling.
Okay.
So in terms of
Now, if you wouldn't mind describing to me the difference between tumbling and just what cheerleading is.
Fair. Tumbling is like the gymnastics. Simone Biles, you see all the flips. The gymnastics aspect of cheerleading is tumbling.
Okay.
You run, you're throwing your back handsprings, your back flips, your tucks is what we call them.
Okay.
I was never the best tumbler because of my knee. Because the impact, I didn't want to risk
Absolutely. Yeah.
it again. So I just beefed up and it was the base, the stunter.
Okay.
That's who throws, is on the bottom of everything, holds people, keeps
So it was a
everybody
habit.
safe, catches everybody. But the cool, like in college football games, like D1 college football games, you see the baskets where they watch the girl, she does like 7 flips and they catch her.
Okay.
That was like my special.
Yeah. At the competitions, do you like rent yourself out as the guy? Because little do you know that I know everything about everything. And I watch cheerleading on ESPN 8.
That's what's up.
And
on
there
there
are
once,
these
speaking
guys.
about stats.
There are these guys, and you don't see them. It's perfect. They're like the Secret Service, where
Spotters?
They just come in and they
Yes.
just go like they're just like this,
They're
like
there for
ready.
safety.
They're there for safety, but you never really see them.
Yep.
And I'm like, did you ever
I
do
have
that?
done that. I've done
Okay.
that for multiple high school competitions.
Almost like a bullpen pitcher. Like you never see him, but he's on the payroll.
It's somebody who works for the actual venues most of the time, and as the girls are trying some extravagant things to win, things that they shouldn't be trying, ring that are super unsafe. If they start to fall, these guys swoop in and like, poof.
They literally basically
just back
show up
up.
out of nowhere like ninjas and just have their hands up to catch
Try to keep everybody safe.
80-pound girls.
So you went to college for cheerleading?
I did. Full ride scholarship.
So where's that? So I know you're not cheerleading now actively. As a coach,
No,
yes, I understand. But where do you go outside of college with cheerleading?
Believe it or not, there is a traveling national team.
Wow, okay.
One of the girls I actually coached ended up trying out for the national team and making the national team.
Just bring it.
And
something like that.
But
I understand that's a corny.
A much more competitive.
I get the reference is askew, but
okay, so
It's called Bring It On. Just bring it. Just bring it. Is that like the knockoff version where they're like, let's do something like Bring It On?
Jabroni.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, you're rolling.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
I
just want to get it right. Okay, I just want to get it right.
So confidently,
dude. I couldn't let you get past it. Continue.
Get rid of the pom-poms, get rid of the signs from Bring It On.
Okay, right. So it's not like...
And it's the actual performance aspect of it.
Okay.
It's not the stuff you see like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Those aren't cheerleaders. Those are dancers. No disrespect. You guys' job is really hard. I know. I actually helped coach a dance team too. That's not easy. But the cheerleading aspect of it is when you're actually going out there, you're throwing stunts, you're actually running routines.
So from a commercial standpoint that society sees as a whole, cheerleaders are there to cheer on the team.
And those are primarily considered dancers in our world.
Right.
Because in our world, cheerleaders are the ones that are out there
That's amazing how you can differerentiate the two.
Correct.
And it makes complete sense.
Yep.
Well, and
if you do a can line, like a kick line, like you see the Chiefs cheerleaders do, or the Dallas, those are dancers. We would never do that.
Dance.
Cheer.
Right, yeah.
So there's level. You're saying there's levels to this.
Yeah,
kind of
categories.
Like, categories. Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Like, you stay in your lane, right? Yeah. Do you go stay in your fucking lane, dancer?
No, because actually one of the girls in my first college where I went to, shout out to Barton Community College. Yes, community colleges is awesome. Great 2 years.
I dropped out of community college.
One girl that I know was the best dancer on her team that she came over to our world and was one of the best cheerleaders. So they do intertwingle.
Just so you know, we are now changing the show to Just Bring It with John and John.
John and John. And we're going to just bring it.
Just bring it.
Can you do the eyebrow though?
With both, actually.
No.
I can do both.
No. Just bring it. The name of this episode is called Just Bring It.
Oh, you can. That's creepy, kind of. But I thought you were a senior Mark.
It's cool though. What does Mark mean, Kyle?
Go. Oh God.
No. Okay. So that's where cheerleading can lead you. At what point did you understand that you didn't want to continue with cheerleading outside of college, and then where did you transition from there?
When I graduated.
Hey, can you tell us about your whole fucking life?
That's kind of what I want to get on.
Okay.
That's the whole point of a video.
Can you go from fucking 18 to now? Can you just do that?
It's been in this thing called the wrestling ring.
I mean, he comes on our show.
Okay.
Listen, hear me out.
I want to hear you.
He comes on our show and then says,
"Do you Marvel?"
Well, yeah, a little bit of both.
I just wanted to know who was asking me DC or Marvel. I needed some merit to the question.
I'm just saying.
I kind of start
giving him a lot of air.
I was entertained.
Giving him a lot of air.
Yeah. What else are we gonna do, John?
Because you're writing your screenplay for Just Bring It too.
Well, I was working on
whatever it's called. Continue. I'm sorry.
I've got nothing to continue. I was just gonna say you're welcome. Question mark.
No, I'm joking.
But your life story sucks.
But
I feel like I've had a pretty entertaining life.
Yeah.
I was intrigued actually. What I was most intrigued about was learning about cheerleading, because that's something that I'm still gonna laugh at you about, but I understand a little bit more.
Do me a favor, watch the Collegiate Nationals.
Oh,
preferably NCAA on ESPN.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
There's your shameless plug.
It is crazy because there's the same teams that they're always like, oh, this is the 18-time champion and all
Oklahoma State, Sam Houston State, Navarro Community College. Used to be HPU before they had some academic issues. But Louisville, Kentucky are your powerhouses.
Really?
So I mean, you follow the sports still?
Oh, for sure. Just because like the girls I coach now, I'm trying to stay involved in the collegiate world so I can get connections, help get them tryouts. Stuff like that.
Of course, that's where they're wanting to go. So
sure.
College co-eds too. That's nice.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
He gets older, they stay the same age kind of thing. But he's not that kind of guy.
That's weird because I coached them, and that's a whole different thing.
He's not coaching.
No, I didn't.
You're not coaching the other
I meant the ones that are like already in college. I wouldn't like. Okay.
Yeah, that got weird.
But no, I mean, it's been awesome to learn about cheerleading from you.
Appreciate the opportunity.
And they are crazy athletes. Like I don't think people.
I mean, that's how podcasts go, right? You have guests and you learn about the guests. Like,
I guess.
Or video casts. I mean, but we have good faces.
We do have pretty faces for video.
So yeah, I love that you gestured to. He's ugly, but
Wow!
You can't only have half of us
Hey,
on radio.
Camera Woman T, you heard that, right?
You
that
can't-
got there?
You can't have half
got
of the
there?
show on radio.
I really feel like Kyle's dividing us here.
I'm literally.
No,
dividing.
you are literally here. Okay, not to backtrack or go back, but what? Okay.
What to backtrack and go
So the original argument that I think a lot it stirred on our first
Oh, yeah, that
one
was-
stirred.
I got death threats.
Tons of drama. Yeah,
you guys were pretty heated.
I got picketed. There were people picketing outside my house.
Perfect.
You know.
Batman's bad.
I got